जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयो श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः. The Divine Mother has revealed to me the essence of Vedanta. Sri Ramakrishna is telling to Navadvip. It is that Brahman alone is real and the world is illusory. The world is illusory not by its own existence or merit. It is illusory to me who is an observer, because he superimposes his understanding on the real world. When you see this world, what is the world that you are seeing will be not there. When you realize God, God will be there. Everything is divine. Divine has become, Sri Ramakrishna gives the example. Suppose a house is made, all these are made out of wax. How it would look like? One wax, so many things. With clay, when so many items are done, or with gold the ornaments are done, varieties you see, varieties of shapes, varieties of things, but all ornaments are just gold alone. All clay instruments or vessels and other things, objects, clay made, or clay alone. They have different shapes, that's all. Like that, this world will remain as it is, with so many colors, so many things, so many movements, but everything is God. How do you know? It will be exactly a dream world. When you enter the dream, there is a dream world, just like this. You are going, you are seeing, you are talking, everything is going on. But the movements, the objects, the people, all the things there are mind alone. They are all made up of mind. Same way, all these are made up of God. The world is illusory. The world that we see individually is illusory. World as it is real, it is God. The essence of Gita is what you get by repeating the word 10 times. Gita, 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 Gita. The word becomes reversed. Tagi, Tagi, Tagi. Gita, Tagi, which refers to renunciation. The essence of Gita is, oh man, renounce everything and practice spiritual discipline for realizing God. Navadvip. But how can we persuade our minds to renounce? This is the most difficult part of the sadhana. Lives after lives we have run and found security in this insecure world. We are searching for it. We run, we hold on to so many things, thinking that they will be there helping me in every way. Nothing helps. Everything is postponing your realization, keeping you engaged with something or the other, enticing you, promising you of giving you joy and peace. Everything is just a thing which is making you a fool on this earth. Last, when the day of leaving body comes, all remain there where they are and to whom it belongs to. All objects will remain behind. You alone have to walk. Now you will know on what your whole sustenance was there. Now suppose early in your life, or at least late in your life, you shift all your dependence on God. You will be having the same thing what you are having today without dependence on God. What you have, you will have with dependence on God also. because the joys and sorrows, the possessions and situations of life appear not because of your faith or anything. It happens because your karmic load is pending and is expecting these two things to happen. So when these things are finished, you will see that nothing is there. When you start depending on God and doing the same thing without dependence or with dependence, your life will be the same, your possessions will be same, because your karma has to give that joy, your karma has to give that sukha and dukkha. Those possessions will come to you whether you want or not. But the one thing, if you don't depend on God, everything will desert you and you will be separated from all these things. A day it comes within a few winks of eyes, this world disappears. Vidyut chalam jivitam, Shankaracharya says. This life is like vidyut chalam. So here you see, if you depend on God, when you leave everything and go joyfully in the company of God, God says, I am here with you. These are all temporary scaffoldings, unreal. You are holding on to the unreal. Now you look, I am here with you. So the God will continue to be your companion after you leave. You will be going in brightness. You will be going with light with you. Otherwise, you will be going with darkness within you. You will be going joyfully. Other way, you will be going fearfully, possessed by great fear, shivering within. And here you are joyful on the lap of Mother as if you are sitting fearlessly. The dependence on God. And you keep evolving, there you keep involving. Going back to the cause of recycling. Sri Ramakrishna says, a potter who is making pots earthenware, if those, suppose they get, while putting for drying, if they get broken, he will again put water and start reworking on it. Suppose it is already baked, you cannot powder it back and put for recycling. So once it becomes roasted, once it becomes baked, it becomes permanent. So till we attain that permanency, you will go on recycling. So this birth and death recycle goes on and on. If you hold on to God, you will go to the life eternal, unchanging, ever blissful, free from suffering and bondage forever. Because you are transcending the nature and go. Navadvipa. But how can we persuade our minds to renounce? How difficult it is renounce, you see. Right understanding, you will renounce. And renouncing what? The sense of my possessing it. It giving me support and help. This understanding alone is given up. Not we are going to throw away all the things and possessions we have. I possess it. This is mine. A sense of it given up. The ego is the thing to be renounced, not the object. The ego which says, I will enjoy kartritva, bhoktritva and jnatritva. This is mine, that jnatritva. It is wrong to understand it's mine. Everything we have to leave and go. When it is in my possession also, it doesn't belong to me. It belongs to nature. It belongs to God. Including body. The body also we have to leave and go. How can I say it is mine? So nothing belongs to here, me. That is the right understanding. So Sri Ramakrishna says, what is to be renounced here is the sense of mind. Jnana. Kartritva, I am doing. Nature is making you do. Suppose your life was not there, could you have done? Suppose limbs were not there, could you have done? Suppose senses were not there, could you have seen? All nature is doing, and we say, I am doing. Prakriti kriyamanani. Prakriti's gunas are doing, and ahankara vimudhatma kartaham iti manyate. The ahankara is telling, I do, I do. Nature is doing. So here we see what is to be renounced? The sense, I do, I enjoy. Kartritva, bhoktritva. And jnatritva, this is mine. The ego is given up. The rest things will go on as it is. Now nature is taking care. Nature is feeding. Nature is taking to the deep sleep, bringing to waking state. Nature is providing all the needs of your existence. Just like all animals, all plants, all the life other than human, nature is looking after. So also human. But human keeps the ego, I. This I makes him the cause of karma. Whatever he does with the sense of dogs and cats, the plants do the same thing what we are doing. But they are not bound by karma. We are bound by karma. Because they don't have that ego, doership, enjoyership. Nature is making them do. Nature is making them enjoy. Nature is making everything. Now, in human alone, he possesses that ego, and just because of ego, I am the doer, I am the enjoyer, I am the knower. Kartritva, bhoktritva, jnatritva. Because of three aspects of ego, he gets bound by karma, karmic load. He gets bound by karma only because of his ego. So ego is renounced to be free from the bondages and suffering, consequences of karma actions. You cannot renounce the world. But how can we persuade minds to renounce? Sri Master is telling, you are a Goswami, that is follower of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is your duty to officiate as priest in the temple. You cannot renounce the world. Otherwise, who will look after the temple and the services? Similarly, a householder. You cannot renounce. Who will look after your family? You have to renounce mentally. Mentally you have to renounce. This belongs to God. The day you accept the truth, this belongs to God, you have renounced it. You have renounced everything. You are child of God. You are child of nature. If it is God Himself, it is God Himself who has kept you in the world to set an example to men. You may resolve in your mind 1,000 times to renounce the world, but you will not succeed. God has given you such a nature that you must perform your worldly duties. Krishna said to Arjuna, where God has kept, where nature has kept us, where nature has brought us, where nature is maintaining us, that is the right place for us. We should hesitate from taking an independent decision regarding anything. When people say, I will do this and I will do that, I think within, oh, how will you be able to do? How can we do? If God be not there, it is impossible to do like small things. To take the decision, I will sweep the street. With what? How will you do that? God willing alone. I sweep that. Nothing belongs to me. Body doesn't belong to me. Senses do not belong to me. All this belong to me. I may take the broom. By the time I go to the street, I may collapse. God has kept me alive. God has kept all things. I may forget everything. My brain may stop working. I am alive, but memory has failed. How can you sweep? How can you take a decision without the Lord behind? So always, you being there, I will do this. You being within me, I can understand. He is my friend coming. I can understand he is so and so and now, after some time, recently one person went to an old lady to whom we used to very often go. That old lady could not recognize. She was telling I went to her house. She could not recognize me. I had to give my all identity and tell her, we used to come with the Swamiji. So many times I visited you and all. But she could not recognize. Because nature has taken away our memories because of the old age. Now, what to do? Where is our ego? Where is our decision? You being there, you being helping me, you being keeping me intact, like this, I shall be able to do, my Lord. Behind every decision, there must be an attitude of surrender. And open your eyes to the world. Open your mind to others. Listen to others' words. God may be telling through so many people. So we do not know. Try to gain knowledge from everyone. Be humble, giving up ego. When you give up the ego and become humble, you'll be like a child in this world. All love you, all guide you, all feed you. They think you are an innocent small child and take care of you because ego is not there. So this is what Sri Ramakrishna expects us. Be there where God has kept you and do whatever God wants you to do. Be there where nature keeps you. Do what nature wants you to do. If it is God Himself who has kept, it is God Himself who has kept in the world to set an example for men, because He is a priest, He is a Goswami belonging to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's family traditions and followers. Suppose once a group of people came telling that we are Vaishnavas, so and so sect we belong to, we do this one, that one, these pujas every day and all that. Then I told them, have you imbibed those qualities which your Ishtadevata has got? Your Vaishnava, the love of Krishna, are you able to give to all? What Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, are you following to the extent possible? Just to say, telling, I am Vaishnava, will it do? The people must be able to see Vishnu in you, Krishna in you, Rama in you, that perfection in you, that capacity in you, on whom you say, I belong to that. Suppose you say, I am Shaivite, I am Shiva's follower. The qualities of Shiva have you imbibed within you. Do you exhibit? The people looking at you, will they say, oh, he's a Shiva? So, what is the purpose of identification? Is to acquire those great qualities. Then that identification is there. Krishna said to Arjuna, what do you mean? You will not fight. By your mere will, you can't resist fighting. Your very nature will make you fight. The nature within. You may think of renouncing 1,000 times, but you can't. You are born in a particular family. God has kept you there to be an example for the others, how the Vaishnavas will live. Taking the name of God all the time, repeating the name of God. He lives and moves about. Are you doing that? Easy thing. At the mere mention of Krishna and Arjuna, the master went into samadhi. Now, he is telling, Krishna said to Arjuna, what do you mean? You will not fight. By your mere will, you can't resist from your understanding and telling, I will not do this. But your nature will see that it makes you. Most of the times, we want to conquer some of the defects in us. We know we are doing wrong. We want to get rid of that. But in spite of our understanding, in spite of our practice or putting all efforts, we will not be able to achieve that. Our nature will overpower and make us do which we don't want to do. Then we will understand what is that inner urge, what is that inner nature which we have to conquer. The inner nature makes us, we have lives after lives we have been running after this world and enjoyments. Can you resist? So surrender and get rid of that nature, transcend the nature. Why surrender? Because when you are united with a reality of higher power, you will lose your identity and get that identity. Just in the evening, in the morning, one devotee had come. He was telling in one of the direct disciples telling, see, there will be, if you, with whomever you talk to, with whose company you constantly live, that nature you acquire. Epigenic nature, the genes get transformed. You go to a saint and go on living with him, the influence changes your genal quality to become a saint. This genal quality transformation, because you are in the company that belongs to a higher level of consciousness. Just like suppose a small tank or empty tank is connected to a full tank, how the water flows into it, like that it flows within you. And when you surrender to God, the Lord of the universe, you are identifying, giving means given. Just like you put salt or sugar into water, it becomes one with it. Water alone you'll no more see the sugar. Like that, When you surrender, the whole being becomes divine. In divine, there cannot be good or bad qualities. Divine is beyond goodness and badness. All you wanted to get rid of will not be there to get rid of. It won't be there because it is divinized. So this, that is how we transcend the nature. Whatever be your nature will make you fight. So that nature itself is divinized by surrender to God. Then nothing remains. At the mention of Krishna and Arjuna, Master went into Samadhi. He was explaining the whole thing. How to go, how to give your all and then achieve that. All that he is telling, and now he is demonstrating how to enter into that realm where you can see God, where you can be one with God, you can play with God, you can be eternally free from this nature. Master went into Samadhi. In the twinkling of an eye, his body became motionless and his eyeballs transfixed, while his breathing could scarcely be noticed. At this sudden transformation, Navadvip and his son and other devotees looked at the Master in mute wonder, nothing to say. Talking, he has lost the external consciousness. Thought of Arjuna and Krishna took him to the another realm where Krishna is standing there with Arjuna. The Leela, always remember, Leela is eternal. You can enter into Leela any moment, any time, from anywhere and see it actually happening. So they enter into that state in which they participate in they see, they visualize, they experience, enter into the reality and see and come. The whole thing, they looked. Navadvip, his son and devotees, looked at the Master in mute wonder. Nothing to say, except eyes opening, gazing and looking at him. We have nothing more to say. He is telling how to transcend this nature and go beyond, how to experience God. And he demonstrates, even in the next moment he is not there. He is in that state which he was explaining all through. Om Niranjanam Nityamanantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dhritavigraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamidhyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namamaha.